Be 4, 5, and 6 for Benedictine, Abby Hyde, Megan Henderson, and Tiffany Ray due up here in the bottom of the second.
That is a strike one on Abby Hyde.
Hyde down the left field line, just foul. Count now 0-2 to the freshman from Lee Summit, Missouri. Hyde went 0 for 2 in game 1 with the walk.
And foul ball just to the right, just off the end of her bat.
Count still 0-2 to Abby Hyde.
Fouled that one off. Coming up at her hands there. Count still 0-2. Abby's doing a great job hanging in there. Expecting a changeup. And pop up to drops in between the left fielder, center fielder, and shortstop.
So, first career hit for Abby Hyde. That'll bring up freshman right fielder Megan Henderson. Into right field, it'll be caught by Matheny for out number 1. That'll bring up the catcher, Tiffany Ray.
And that is strike one. Little high. Would not agree, but it is a strike.
I didn't give that guy in the first game was actually pretty good. I didn't give him. Yeah. I didn't get onto him at all. That's pretty rare for me. You can ask anybody standing here who's ever heard me do a softball game. It is very rare that I do not get onto an umpire. He was actually pretty good. Which is maybe the first time I've ever said that during any game I've ever done out here. Now this guy.
We have count 2-1 with 1 out.
Changeup misses outside. Snap throw down to first. Hyde back in time.
Got count 3-1. Oh, and a strike 2 inside.
Very far inside.
Yeah, very. To say the least.
So full count now to Tiffany Ray. Ground ball to Blue. She bobbles it, and Ray will be safe at first.
It works, it works. And now we have Faith Harding up to bat, 32, a freshman. Runners at first and second. We have 1 out for the Ravens. Wouldn't be surprised if we got a little bunt here to move the runners. And ball 1, little low.
So they're going to give Ray the hit. I believe that's what she's going to do. I think that's what we decided.
And a foul ball. Count is 0-2. 1-1, my bad. 1-1.
Harding, the freshman from Blue Springs, Missouri. That's been a theme today. A lot of freshmen and newcomers in this starting lineup for Benedictine.
And a foul from Faith. Count is 1-2. And a pop fly deep center. It is caught by the center fielder.
LaGrange making the catch for out number 2.
Runners at first and second.
Oh, no, they gave her an error.
We now have Lily Ross up to bat. Junior transfer.
Ross takes high and away, ball 1. 2 on, 2 out here for Benedictine as they look to get one back. Yarn Kansas Wesleyan in the bottom of the second with 2 outs.
If we can drive something to the right here, Abby's got enough speed. Get one run in.
Now misses low and into Ross for ball 2.
And a foul ball down third base.
Count 2-1 now to Ross. Ross was 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored in the first game.
It was a changeup. Called a ball. A little low. Count is now 3-1.
Chevalier on deck if Ross can find a way on. Ground ball. That's going to be fielded by Blue.
And she beats it, yeah.
And that'll be a single for Lily Ross. So now base is loaded for Molly Chevalier. Chevalier 1 for 2 in game 1 with a run scored. As the baseball game has gone final, Benedictine wins that one 9-3.
And we have a strike. Little high inside. Strike inside. Molly's got no balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Bases loaded.
Oh, 2 to Chevalier. Grounds that one just foul down the third base side. Chevalier takes low and in, 1-2. That one's going to get foul out of play down the right field line.
Just under it.
Count still 1-2 to Molly Chevalier. Chevalier out in front of that one.
It's really just hanging on here.
One, two again to Chevalier. That one off of the glove of Ganestra.
And it works.
Chevalier safe at first.
Got the job done.
As Hyde scores from third. Oh, Carly.
And we now have Alex Burris up to bat.
I don't know. So Burris comes up with the bases loaded. Takes low and away, ball one. As the Ravens look to even this one up here in the bottom of the second. Burris takes outside 2-0. Burris takes low 3-0.
Great eye there.
Stockton, nowhere to put her.
And that is strike one, outside corner. Count is 3-1.
Ground ball back to the pitcher, fielded cleanly by Stockton. In time at first for out number 3, but the Ravens get one back in the second, still trailing 2-1. You're watching Raven Softball on BRSN. Top of the third, Benedictine trailing Kansas Wesleyan 2-1. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Coyotes in the top of the third. LaGrange, Marion, and Cruel.
And we have ball one from Lexi Ricky.
Come on, sir. All I ask is you for a little consistency.
Looking like a strike.
That one missed low for ball two. Ricky misses outside 3-0.
Looked pretty good.
From Ricky. Gets that one over for strike one. One pops up.
And
that's going to get down in front of Henderson for a base hit. I'll bring Lindsey Marion to the plate. Walked and scored the first run of the game for the Coyotes in the second.
And a bunt. I believe it hit her right outside of the box.
That'll be a foul ball, so count 0-1 to Marion. Oh, 1 from Ricky.
And a steal. She just got there before the tag.
So LaGrange steals second. Count 0-2 to Marion. And the Benedictine baseball team got their first win of the year, a 9-3 win over the University of St. Mary. That one misses up and in. Count 1-2. That one just misses outside from Lexi Ricky, 2-2. That one into right field. Shanks calls off Henderson, makes the catch.
Got one out for the Ravens.
That'll bring up the first baseman, Kayla Krull. Fouled out of play. Ricky working ahead, 0-1. Misses high, count even, 1-1. Swing and a miss by Krull, strike 2. Good pitch on the outside corner there from Lexi Ricky.
We have a ball outside, little right. Count 2-2. And a strike 3 from Lexi Ricky on a changeup.
First strikeout for Lexi Ricky. 2 down and a runner on second now for Annalise Hayes.
That will be Lexi's first strikeout as a college athlete.
Down the right field line, that's going to get out of play for strike 1. That one misses high from Lexi. Count evens up, 1-1. Ground ball to Hyde, fielded cleanly. And Harding gets control of it.
Very nice.
Throws a little short, but Harding gathered herself, got a hold of it for out number 3. So bottom of the third, Ravens trailing by 1. You're watching Ravens softball on BRSN. Shanks, Methvin, and Hyde, 2, 3, 4, due up for Benedictine in the bottom of the third. Ravens trailing 2-1. That one ripped foul by Blair Shanks for strike 1. Shanks, a sophomore from Kearney, Missouri.
And a strike inside. Surprising strike, but a strike.
And the look on Paul Hunt's face was priceless. If nobody else saw it, it was pretty funny. He definitely didn't agree with that one. When your batter turns, it's obviously not a strike, sir. I don't know what you're seeing, but it's not what everybody else is seeing. Unfortunately, you're the only one that matters, though.
Yes.
Ground ball back up the middle. That'll be a base hit for Blair Shanks. Leadoff runner on for Benedictine to start the third.
Next up to bat, we have Sarah Methvin. She is a junior from Kearney.
Methvin deep to left. Caught on the warning track by Marion for out number 1.
Great catch.
A very loud out number 1 for Benedictine. Bring up the third baseman, Abby Hyde. That one misses low to Hyde for ball 1. That one misses inside to Hyde. 2-0. The way things were going, I thought he was about to call that a strike.
Oh, yeah.
Hyde into left. It's going to get down for a base hit for Abby Hyde.
Great drive. We have runners on first and second with 1 out.
I'll bring up Megan Henderson. Henderson flew out to right her first time up. That one misses outside.
And a strike. Got another reaction.
Okay. All right,
Got a
sir.
little noise. Okay.
That was almost in the other batter's box. Like, that one was obvious. How could you possibly miss that? That one fouled off the end of the bat. That had some nasty fielded cleanly by Stockton in time to get Henderson for out number 1.
Barely called out at first.
2, excuse me. Thank you, Shay. Runners advance to second and third now for Tiffany Ray.
And a high ball.
Oh,
Very high.
looks like an off-speed pitch there from Allie Stockton. That one misses low and in for ball 2.
Good call.
Ray fouls that one back off the netting for strike 1.
And a ball. Missing left, a little high.
3-1 now to Tiffany Ray.
And that is ball 4.
That one missed low. So bases loaded now again for Benedictine with 2 outs. This will be the freshman Faith Harding, first baseman, stepping in for the Ravens.
And a swinging strike 1 from Faith.
Harding fouls that one off of the catcher Sparks for strike 2.
Got 0-2 for Faith. 2 outs. Bases loaded.
Big spot for a freshman in your first game.
Oh, yeah.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Stockton works out of another bases loaded jam. We'll head to the 4th. Ravens trailing by 1. You're watching Raven Softball on BRSN. strike ground ball to Chevalier to Harding. 1 pitch, 1 out for Lexi Ricky in the top of the 4th.
1 pitch, 1 out.
That'll bring up the shortstop, Lauren Blue. Struck out her first time up.
And a low strike from Lexi Ball. Sorry. Low ball from Lexi Ricky.
That one misses just outside from Ricky for ball 2. High foul ball. That's going to get out of play for strike 1.
We've got a very cute dog over there supporting our Ravens with a nice little jacket.
He's very nice.
Yeah, he is.
He came up to me earlier.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, I believe that's Molly Chevalier's dog. Yes, that's Molly Chevalier's dog. Total sweetheart.
If we had I wish we had a secondary camera right now so we could zoom in on the dog.
He's got the best shirt.
So count now 2-2 to Lauren Blue. And that one popped up. Speaking of Molly Chevalier, she'll make the catch for out number 2. That was a great foreshadowing.
Oh, yeah. Did it on purpose.
Looked like I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
So 2 outs now here in the 4th. That'll bring up the second baseman, Bianca Sanchez. Sanchez singled her first time up.
And a strike. Outside with a swing. Ball high. Count is 1-1 for Lexi Ricky. We have 2 outs here with nobody on.
That one into left field. Burris under it, makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down for Lexi Ricky. In the 4th, we'll head to the Ravens half of the inning. You're watching Ravens softball on BRSN. Eight, 9, and 1 due up for Benedictine, Lily Ross, Molly Chevalier, and Alex Burris.
And a foul ball, third base side for strike 1.
Ross singled in her first at bat.
went for a bunt.
Failed bunt attempt by Ross. Count 0-2.
And a ground ball to the third baseman, and Lily Ross is out at 1 for the first out.
Clean play there by Ganestra at third. That'll bring up Molly Chevalier. Chevalier takes low, ball 1.
And a changeup. Called as ball.
Missed low and away, it looked like. Well, with this umpire, I still don't have a clue.
Yeah.
But we'll go with low and away. Chevalier into left field. That one caught at the fence by Lindsay Marion.
Making the catch and going against the fence. It's a great shot by Molly.
So that'll bring up Burris now with 2 outs.
And a strike left side. Outside on Alex Burris.
Fielded cleanly by Stockton. Flip to first in time for out number 3. Ravens go quietly in the 4th. We'll head to the 5th. You're watching Raven Softball on BRSN. Top of the order, do it for Kansas Wesleyan in the 5th inning. Sparks, Matheny, and LaGrange. Ground ball to Ross, fielded cleanly over to Harding.
And Harding was off the bag, so she is safe at first base. Looks like she pulled her foot.
So Sparks safe at first. Did you get that a hit, Carly? What? Did you get that a hit? No, she's safe.
And it is a strike for Lexi Ricky. Showed a bunt. Wouldn't be surprised if there was a bunt play here.
Then he fouls that one off.
Believe the count is 0-2. Yes, 0-2. Correction. The count is 1-2.
That one fouled off by Matheny. Count will remain 1-2. That one.
Oh, and just on the line. Just fair.
Sparks will get to third. Matheny into second with a double.
Was on the foul line. We now have runners on second and third with nobody out.
That'll bring up the center fielder, Taylor LaGrange. Bunt.
And it is called foul.
I called that fair.
Or fair. Fair. Okay.
I was just in front of the plate, and I don't think there was anybody covering the bag. So bases loaded now with nobody out.
I think Tiffany was surprised it was fair in the first place.
One fouled out of play by Lindsay Marion. That one misses inside from Ricky for ball one. That one misses inside.
Count is now 2-1.
Ground ball fielded cleanly by Hyde. Errant throw to the plate. And 2 runs are going to score. That one looked like it slipped out of Hyde's hand.
Yeah, it was real high.
That'll make the score 4-1 Kansas Wesleyan.
We now have runners on second and third.
Still nobody out for the Coyotes.
And it is called a ball outside.
To Kayla Cruel. One popped up. Just over the press box.
We still have no out for the Ravens. Count 1-1.
That one misses outside. 2-1 to Kayla Cruel.
And a foul ball from Kayla Cruel, making the count 2-2.
Strike 3, the third strikeout.
There we go.
From Lexi Ricky.
Great comeback from Lexi in that situation. Now have one out.
I'll bring up the designated player, Annalise Hayes. Strike one to Hayes from Lexi Ricky. That one misses high from Lexi. Ground ball to Chevalier, fielded cleanly, gets the out at first.
Runner in at third will score, making the score 5-1, Kansas Wesleyan.
That'll bring up Emily Ganestra. Called strike one to Ganestra. That one misses high from Lexi Ricky.
And we have a strike, making the count 2-1.
I've got 1 and 2.
Yeah, 1 and 2.
So I had 1 and 2. That one pops up. Ross calls for it. She'll make the catch for out number 3. The Coyotes get 3 on Benedictine here in the 5th. They lead it 5-1. You're watching Raven Softball on BRSN.
Okay, and we have Blair Shanks up to bat. And we have a drive, drops just kidding, diving play from the center fielder. That'll be out number 1 for the Ravens. Great diving play. Thought it dropped short, just got it. And next up to bat we have Sarah Methvin. And a foul ball down the third base line, third base side. Count is 0-1, 1 out.
Methvin 0 for 2 so far.
And it looks like she did go for it.
So count
it was a half swing.
Count 0-2.
Ball. Okay. Strike. That was a strike 3 on Sarah. Little high. It's going to be out number 2 for Kansas Wesleyan. And we now have Abby Hyde up to bat.
Okay, so according to the Weather Channel, we have 39 minutes to finish this game.
We can do it.
Maybe not even that. Sunset is set for 5:56.
And ball number 1. High.
Called strike to Abby Hyde.
You know, if we had lights out here, it wouldn't be a problem.
No, it wouldn't, but unfortunately we don't. Popped up by Hyde. Cruel calls for it. She'll make the catch for out number 3, so the Ravens go down in order for the second inning in a row. And we'll head to the top of the 6th. You're watching Ravens softball on BRSN. Lauren Blue stepping in for Kansas Wesleyan to start the 6th.
And I believe it was a ball.
I don't think he knows.
Yes, it was a ball. Ball number 2 for Lexi Ricky.
That one misses high, 3-0. That one's over for strike 1. Catches the inside corner, strike 2.
There we go. Full count for Lexi Ricky.
Fouls that one down the third base side. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Ricky battles back after a 3-0 count and gets the strikeout.
Great off-speed pitch.
That'll be strikeout number 4 for Lexi Ricky.
Next up to bat, we have Bianca Sanchez.
Fly ball to center field. Shanks comes on, makes the catch for out number 2.
Two out for the Ravens.
Bunt by Sparks, fielded by Hyde, and she'll make the play to Chevalier for out number 3.
And it is the bottom of the 6th.
That'll be the bottom of the 6th. You're watching Raven softball on BRSN. Five, 6, and 7 for Benedictine in the bottom of the 6th. Henderson, Ray, and Harding. One fouled out of play by Megan Henderson. Henderson 0 for 2. That one into right field. That's going to get down for a base hit for Henderson. And she just beats that one out to first. So a leadoff single from Megan Henderson. That'll bring up the catcher, Tiffany Ray.
And it is called low ball.
That one lined into right center. That one's going to get down.
Megan goes to third. There's a throw.
And Ray advances to second on the throw, so runners at second and third, nobody out for Benedictine.
Seems like we've got someone coming in for Faith.
Now they're going to have a pinch hitter, it looks like. Or no, they're going to have Regina come run for, we're going to have a courtesy runner for the catcher. No.
She's hitting.
She's going to hit. Oh, okay, that's what that is. He's going to move Tiffany back to first, and he's going to put Regina behind the plate. So Regina Splang going to pinch hit for Faith Harding.
Regina's a great right side driver here. She can do her job. Got those runs.
Called strike one from Allie Stockton. That one misses inside, 1-1. That one will miss low, 2-1. Lily Ross on deck. Splain fouls that one up out of play, 2-2. Nobody out. Runners on second and third for Benedictine here in the bottom of the sixth as they look to chip away that 4-run Kansas Wesleyan lead. Off-speed pitch fouled off by Splain. Splain into left. That one gets by Marion, and that'll get all the way to the fence.
Sending Tiffany home. Gina
Splain digging for third.
And that scores the 2 runs for the Ravens, making the score 3-5 with a celebratory clap from Regina on third.
That was the greatest reaction by a coach I have ever seen on a softball field. Thank you, Paul Hunt. I love that kind of energy.
Oh, she's got the dab. She did it. Yes.
Did you give her a triple, Carly? That was ruled a triple. I wasn't going to speak before I knew.
We still have nobody out with Regina on third.
So now the tying run is at the plate.
Yeah.
All right, well, now this dark thing is getting really interesting. This is starting to become a factor. Because if you're Benedictine, the last thing you want is to not to be able to play the 7th if you're still behind.
Oh, yeah.
So Lily Ross will step in. Ross 1 for 2. Ross down the left field line. That'll get down foul.
Coming out strong, swinging right away. Count is 0-1.
That one misses low. 1-1. On misses high to Lily Ross.
We're waiting for the call.
2-1 or 3-1?
2-1, I believe.
2-1. That one misses high to Ross, 3-1. Stockton running into a lot of trouble here in the bottom of the sixth. Ross ground ball to second.
It was a good thought. Good thought.
Splain stays at third.
It's the right direction. I want to take it.
That'll bring up Chevalier with 1 out. That one misses low and into Chevalier for ball 1. That one will miss low, 2-0 to Chevalier. Burris on deck. I'm starting to think Benedictine's going to have to find a way to win it right here.
Oh, yeah.
With the way the light situation's working. Chevalier rips that one, but just fouled on the third base line.
Count is now 2-1.
Called strike 2 on the inside corner. That one will miss inside, full count to Chevalier. Payoff pitch to Chevalier.
Great
that one
rip.
Popped up to left. Called off.
And Regina heads home. She is safe at home.
So a sac fly from Chevalier makes it 5-4. Oh, boy.
Ravens really got to push it here.
I think they have to score right here.
Yeah.
I think you got to score a run.
Mm-hmm.
2 outs. That'll bring up Alex Burris. Okay, now there looks like there's a lot more light than what there was when those lights were on. It looks a lot brighter out there than what it was. That one misses low and away to Burris. Ball 1. Benedictine right now, if they don't get it here, they're going to need that 7th inning. And if they don't get that 7th inning, they might be pretty disappointed, because if Burris were to get out here, they'd have 2, 3, 4 due up in the bottom of the 7th, which is right where you want to be if you're in that situation.
We've got a swing from Alex Burris, making it strike 2. 1-1. My bad.
Burris called strike 2. One slapped foul on the third base side.
Doesn't look like she went, no, I don't think.
Nope, 2-2. They appealed down to first, and he said she didn't go. Two to Burris. That one misses just high, 3-2. That's a tough one to take.
Yeah.
That's a really good high.
We had Kansas Wesleyan about to head off the
Yeah,
field.
yeah. Their pitcher was almost on the other side of the first baseline. Full count. Burris slaps that one into the netting. 3-2 still. Stockton over 100 pitches. Burris works the walk. Grade A-B from the leadoff hitter, Alex Burris.
And next up to bat, we have Blair Shanks. Speed on 1.
Anything into the gap and Burris scores.
Oh, yeah. And we got a strike one on Blair.
Shanks into right field. That'll get Burris to third. So a single from Shanks.
Great place to put the ball in a situation like this.
All right, first and third, Benedictine. That'll bring up the junior from Chinook, Kansas, Sarah Methvin. Benedictine trying to find a way here in the sixth inning. Methvin, deep center.
And
out of here! Three-run home run. Sarah Methvin gives Benedictine a 2-run lead.
They don't just tie it, they overtake it.
Sarah Methvin gives it to Benedictine. 7-5, Ravens. That was a laser over the center field fence. Okay, we can end this game now. There we go.
Yeah,
that could have been just a good way to end it.
Okay.
Pitching change for Kansas Wesleyan. Stockton will come out. And we'll be back here in just a moment. You're watching Raven Softball on BRSN. Megan Krause in to try to get the final out of the sixth for Kansas Wesleyan. Abby Hyde at the plate for Benedictine.
And it's going to be an inside strike.
So the 3-run home run from Methvin gives Benedictine a 2-run lead in the bottom of the sixth. Now it misses up and away from Krause, 1-1. Hyde fouls that one out of play. Hyde, that one is going to get down in front of Marion for a base hit for Abby Hyde. The Ravens have now batted around in the sixth inning. 6 runs across. That'll bring up the lady who started it all, Megan Henderson.
Got 2 down here. Let's do it again. Here we go. And that is going to be ball 1, low.
6 runs across in the 6th for Benedictine.
Going to be called a ball outside.
Snap throw down to first. Hyde back safely. That one misses high. 3-0 to Henderson. That one misses outside. 4-pitch walk to Megan Henderson.
Next up to bat, we have Tiffany Ray.
Ray takes strike 1. Ray hits that one deep to center. And that one's out of here. Tiffany Ray, her first home run as a Raven. A 3-run shot to make it 10-5 Ravens.
Wow, wow, wow.
Talk about falling apart in the bottom of the 6th inning.
10-5, Ravens lead. And there is still 2 outs on the board.
They've done all of this with 2 outs.
Oh, yeah.
The last 6 runs have all come with 2 outs.
And the Ravens have scored, keep in mind, 9 runs in the 6th inning.
That'll bring up Regina Splain. Tripled as she pinch hit for Faith Harding back in this inning, which seems like forever ago. Now 10-5 Benedictine. Change up, gets the outside corner, strike 1.
1-1, I believe.
Yeah, 1-1.
1-1.
Okay. That one misses high to Splain, 2-1. Called strike 2 to Regina.
Count is now 2-2 with 2 outs.
Change up. Benestra bobbles it and throws it away. Splain gonna head to second. So reaches second on the error by Ganestra. As if things couldn't get any worse for Kansas Wesleyan.
They can. Lily Ross coming up to bat next.
That one misses high to Ross, 1-0. That one called strike on the outside corner to Lily Ross. Count 1-1. one misses low and away, 2-1 to Lily. Ross takes the change up low, 3-1.
Great count for Ross here. Just got to bring a strike.
That one misses low, ball 4 to Lily Ross.
And she's walking. Next up to bat, Molly Chevalier. With runners on first and second base, we also have 2 outs still.
Had 2 outs for a really long time.
Yeah.
To give you an idea, the second out was Molly. Molly had the sac fly that was the second out of the inning.
Wow, okay.
That's how long ago that Ravens have had 2 outs. That one misses low, 1-0 to Chevalier. That one inside to Chevalier, 2-0. Kraus struggling to find the zone. Chevalier takes that one on the outside corner, strike 1. Two one. Chevalier.
Drive left gap.
And that's going to get down for a base hit. Splain will score. Ross and Chevalier advancing to second and third. So an RBI single for Molly Chevalier. Advances to second on the throw.
Next up to bat, we have Alex Burris, my bad. Leadoff hitter.
So Burris walked earlier this inning. Slaps that one down the left field line, foul. That one called strike 2 to Burris.
Count is 0-2.
The exact same situation she was in when she drew the walk, too.
Hey.
She was down 0-2. Worked the walk. Burris slaps that one over the Benedictine dugout.
Yeah, she says no. Score is 5-11.
10 runs in the 6th inning. There's a 0 on the scoreboard, but...
Hey, we were going for a tie, but let's put 6 more up there.
Just put them on the board.
Yeah.
Burris takes high, 1-2. Burris, ground ball to short, fielded cleanly by Blue, and the inning is finally over, but not before Benedictine scores 10 runs. A 3-run home run by Methvin and a 3-run home run by Tiffany Ray give the Ravens a 6-run lead heading into the 7th. You're watching Ravens softball on BRSN.
no dos trays. Here we go.
So it'll be 2, 3, 4, Matheny, LaGrange, and Marion for Kansas Wesleyan.
Ball 1 from Lexi Ricky, missing low.
So Splain now behind the plate. Tiffany Ray at first. Ricky misses outside 2-0.
And that is going to be ball 3 for Lexi Ricky.
Ball 4 to Matheny. That'll bring up the center fielder, Taylor LaGrange.
And strike 1 for Lexi Ricky.
Okay, now it's starting to get dark.
Yeah.
I think we maybe got 15 minutes.
Hey, we need 3 outs. So that's all.
Let's get 3 outs. Let's get 3 outs before the 15 minutes, though.
Yeah.
Let's not make us sweat this one out any.
Count is 1-1.
LaGrange 2 for 3 with 2 singles and a fly out. That one misses outside, 2-1.
With that being such a long inning, it's got to be tough for Lexi to keep her arm warm.
You just made a great point that I was getting ready to make.
Mm-hmm.
That one high into left field. Burris under it makes the catch for out number 1.
We've got 1 out, runner at first base.
That'll bring up Lindsay Marion. It says anything, the lights on the outside of the press box have came on. That is how dark it is getting. Count 0-1 to Marion. Ricky misses outside, 2-1.
We're lucky the ball's yellow, so we can see it. And that is a ball, high inside. Count is 2-1 with 1 out. Strike 2 for Lexi Ricky.
Ground ball, Hyde snags that one to second for 1. Great hang by Molly Chevalier.
Molly literally falls on top of the base runner.
And now the runner caught between the base, and she's
And
out.
she's
Ball
tagged.
game. That was a circus play to finish it.
Okay.
So that'll do it.
Final score, 11-5.
So
Benedictine Ravens.
So for Benedictine, Ricky goes 7 innings, gives up the 3 runs, 4 strikeouts. She'll get the win. Stockton will get the loss for Kansas Wesleyan, 5 2/3, 10 hits, 6 runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. For Kansas Wesleyan, Cruel had 2 of the 3 RBIs. Hayes had 1, and Sanchez had 1. For Benedictine, Shanks went 2 for 4. Methuen went 1 for 4, but had the big 3-run home run that gave Benedictine the lead. Hyde went 3 for 4. Henderson 1 for 3. Ray 2 for 3. She also hit a 3-run home run. Splain came in the 6th inning, went 1 for 2, scored 2 runs, and had 2 RBIs. And Chevalier went 1 for 3 for 2 RBIs. So